Welcome back. Now let's talk about bikes. Now the number one rule of choosing a bike is use what you have. So if you have a mountain bike or a road bike, just use that. We're going to run through a bit of the parts that are handy on a bike, but it's not so bad if you don't have them. So I'll just spin you around to my bike. Now this is my bike. It's a Giant Explorer. As you can see, it has a rack on it already, and it is set up for bike packing stroke bike touring. Now I'm just going to run through a few parts that are handy to have on a touring bike or a bike packing bike. Now one of the first things to have is these little bolt holes that are on the frame, that are on the actual bicycle frame to attach a frame. Normally as many of those if you can as possible. However, it doesn't always happen that way. Now as you see, my bike has done a lot of work and it's been a good little runner. So okay, so those attachments on the bike frame to attach a bicycle frame to, and as you can see there's one on the inside as well. Now another thing is cage mounts for water bottles, and this one has one on the top, the upper tube. Now it is also handy to have them on the crossbar, but generally they don't. And also as well, it is handy to have them down here on this bar here. Now what do you do if you don't have them? Well, it's not so bad. There's these little inventions called cable ties, zip ties, whatever you want to call them. They can hold bottle cages and such like in really sturdily, as you can see here. I use zip ties a fair bit. And also on for attaching a rack, you can use like stainless steel pipe clamps. I don't have any on this bike at the moment, but I used to have some Blackburn cages attached to my fork here with stainless steel bike clamps, stainless steel pipe clamps that you can get from the hardware store. Now the next thing to look out for is space on your handlebar for things like GPS mounts and such like. Now if you don't have them, if you don't have that space, I have put a handlebar extension. Now any stuff that I have here I'll put links to in the description. So a handlebar extension is really handy. Now what sort of bike should you recommend looking secondhand? The Facebook Marketplace is always a great place to start. Now I've just found this after a quick search on Marketplace, a touring bike, $600, and it is even set up with panniers. You can't go wrong. Pretty cheap. Another place in Australia would be somewhere called Cash Converters. I'm sure you have similar sorts of places where they sell second-hand gear, charity shops, and such like. Now, what sort of bike should you look for? Now, I would look for anything from an upright hybrid type bike through to a mountain bike. Now, I wouldn't recommend a road bike. Generally, yes, they are very light, but generally they don't have the frame mounts, and the wheels are really thin. And when you're carrying a bit of weight, generally you need thicker wheels. Firstly for comfort, and secondly for support of the actual weight of the bags that you're carrying. So that is what I would recommend. Now that concludes this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. Please like and subscribe for the next video. and we will see you in the next one.